Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Got Donkey Punch back at you with another episode. And in this episode, we're going to go over our last war versus Clan something or other. Yeah, that sounds like the right pronunciation there. So anyway, as you can see, we won this pretty handedly. They did use all their attacks, but I think they got one 3-star down here on our 14. And then they even had a few 1-stars mixed in. So, and it was kind of sucked because we were expecting a pretty good war because they all had like anti 3-star bases and, war troops and everything else. But then it seemed like it was like a clan that just switched from like doing the go wee wee to trying to 3-star. So they were like having troubles with like the basic stuff, like analyzing the bases for the right attack, funneling issues, king and queen walking, just the stuff that like if you haven't practiced using 3-star attacks that that you're gonna run into. So anyway, that was pretty much what happened. On their side, we did all right. We didn't 3-star their 14, but on our lot of our later attacks, we were so far up. I think the last 3 or 4 guys, like some of our lower guys, they all went up here and tried to 3-star number 3. So we weren't really trying to optimize stars. I guess we could have probably we really probably could have got 1 or 2 more stars out of the war. Let me see. Yeah, they're number 3 because I know Team Money was the first person to hit number 3, and then there were 3 more attacks on that base, and then 14 looks like Soul hit it first, and then Andrew. But yeah, I think one more attack on that base, it should have definitely gone down. But we were still able to bring home a pretty good amount of 3-stars here. Just a little 15-15 war, but it's pretty. All wars are fun to me. Of course, Drix, always Drix, and we'll get into this replay, and then I'll talk about something. But he brings like the healer queen, and he a little bit differently because usually you'll see like they'll do a queen walk, like she would have started over here at like at 9 o'clock and then walked up with the healers and then gone in there at 12 o'clock or something like that. But you use it a little bit differently, but it still works out really well. And I don't know what is going on with these heroes right here. Like, you see both the heroes right off. You got the king and the queen and the CC troops all on his golems. And his heroes are just ignoring him. I don't know about some of this AI sometimes. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, the healers, they do a pretty good job. You'll see they actually kind of go from his queen to his king, and as I remember, they keep his king up the whole time. Now, I didn't really like this here. He drops a heal spell right there, but I think if he would have dropped a giant to tank like those 3 or 4 defenses, he could have saved that heal spell here for the end. I don't know if he really needed it there at the end, but I think that there's like a Tesla that pops up over here, and so he actually does. He's got like 3 or 4 defenses that he's got to go through and no heals. So it wouldn't have hurt. And then he was really smart here. He saved his poison spell. Saved his poison spell for those little Freddies running around there. See right there, I would, it'd been nice, I think, to have a heal spell there at the end to help out for those last couple of defenses and to get through those skellies. And this was a cleanup attack, so he knew where the skellies were going to be at and everything else. So, but anyway, that's just something to think about. But I mean, really ingenious here. Bringing the healers. Just trying out something new. I'm sure he'll practice more with it, get it perfected. I've seen it, you know, some other clans have been trying it out, and it seems to be a pretty decent technique. I mean, he still had 2 healers left there to the very end, and you know, his king and his queen. One thing about Drix, now I'm gonna point this out. Just I don't know, maybe I'm an asshole like that, but you'll see Drix a lot because Drix only does cleanup attacks. I'm gonna show you kind of what usually happens in our regular war. Usually, what happens in war is you'll have J. Cruz, Adam Toll, Helle, and then Rocco's kind of new. He's working on some things, some new strategies, whatever, trying to kind of get in the groove. And then Puppy and Amar are both kind of in a pretty bad slump. So then it usually leaves like me, and usually Team Money steps up too. So like between the 5 of us, between J. Cruz, Adam Toll, Helle, um, me, and Team Money, sometimes Ace too, we'll usually attack the first, like the top 5 or 6 bases in clan. Just because you know we usually have a little bit higher heroes sometimes than the other people or whatever, just because the way we build our bases, and so we're able to do that. And usually what happens, so let's say the top attack their top 6. Well, 4 of us get 3 stars the first time goes. And then Drix is really good about, better than anyone else I'd say in the clan, about taking a base, seeing the replay of that base, and then I'm going to say 90% of the time he's going to get a 3-star. And I can't really say that about anybody else in our clan. So even though I kind of tease him a little bit about only doing cleanup attacks, he always comes through. So that's so it actually works out a really good system. That's why a lot of times actually in our war logs you'll see that we actually a lot of times have more 3-stars up top than we do at the bottom, because you take like the top 6 of us will go, like I say, top 6 of us will go over and we'll attack, and then we'll probably 3-star at least 4 out of the 6, and then whatever's those other 2, Drix is going to come over and 3-star them. And that's usually the way it goes down. And, works out pretty good for us. And then that way, we have a lot of attacks. Usually, like, my first attack is almost always number 4. I don't know why. It just kind of, that's usually where I feel comfortable at in war. Like, if I look at their, like, I think I already have 4 reserved on theirs. And, like, I've been in clans where they're like, you can't reserve a base until the war actually starts, because what if they change their base? Well, I'm looking at this guy and he's got like 15 heroes, pretty max defenses, but still a little bit short on the walls. But other than that, it looks like it's pretty max base. But I feel like even against a max base with 15 heroes, that even if he changes that base to whatever it is, I'm going to come up with a strategy to try to 3-star. So that's kind of what I go off of when I'm looking at, when I'm deciding which base I'm going to choose, is more like their hero strength than probably more than anything else. So what usually happens when I'm picking a base is, like, I usually end up attacking number 4 first, and then on my second attack I usually end up attacking my even. And that's just kind of how it works, like 90% of the time, and it really works out for us for war. Like I said, if the top 6 of us, if we can 3-star like 4 out of their 6 bases, out of their top 6 bases, and then Drix comes in and cleans up the 2 that we missed, and then we use our cleanups on some of the lower bases, and then we have some killer Town Hall 8s that always bring it. Sometimes near like the bottom we fall a little bit short, like I say, like they're on 14, on this war, didn't get the 3-star on that. But that's kind of the strategy. I don't know if it's really a strategy, it's kind of just how it's been working out, but it's been working for us. So anyway, let me get on to some more of these attacks. We got Helle coming in here. on number 2. And yeah, this is just, I don't know what this guy, I don't know. Some people just, I heard one YouTuber saying he's like, you ignore him. And there's definitely nothing more true than that. Whenever you come in here to a base and you can get an AD, a queen, the CC, and you don't even have to use a wall breaker, like, come on, like, I mean, I don't know what, it's supposed to be an anti 3-star base, but they're, the general is more anti 3-starable than what this base was. So, I mean, and you run into that a lot. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like, I see a lot of anti 3-star bases, and I actually think, I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not facing the general right now, because it would actually be harder than what some of these anti 3-star bases are. But anyway, it is what it is. And, I see a lot of times people build anti 3-star bases, and they act like a person is only going to attack from one direction. But when you're building a good anti 3-star base, you need to set it up for if the attacker attacks from any direction, it doesn't matter how your base is set up. If they attack from any direction, you're still going to be able to stop them. And of course, no anti 3-star base is, I guess, can't be 3-starred, but those are just things to think about to at least improve your chances. This one, he comes in here with a shattered, and basically, I mean, it's pretty simple here. His heroes are pretty overpowering for this base. You look at it, he only has 3 hounds that he brings, but you can see with his kill squad, and he didn't get a whole lot with his kill squad, but he got enough. And just the way this base is set up, he's going to wind up here, and he's actually going to have another hound left. I mean, you had underleveled expos, underleveled ADs, but he just completely destroyed this base. Good job of identifying that, identifying the weakness here on this base. And this was actually the base, if you saw my last video, I failed at Go Vaho. Got the 2-star on it. So he came through and cleaned me up there. Nice job, Jakers. I don't even think he dropped his goblin unless I forgot about it there. 6. Now, if you see my my last video on Valkyries, Adam Toll, I think this was, yeah, that was the base that he 3-starred with Valkyries. So if you want to see that replay, go back to there. Number 8 was my second attack. You can also see that one on the Valkyrie video. And let me see, I don't remember. No, I didn't like that one. So we're going to go on to a different one here. So Ace 10. And this is, once again, you see, look at this. He got an AD. I mean, he definitely could have gone with just the one golem there and brought a 4th hound, but pretty sure he's not going to end up needing it. Now, this is a pretty basic Lava Lunion raid, but I do want to show you something. I'm going to kind of zoom in here, and I just want you to watch this queen. They talk about the queen AI being so much better, smarter queen, whatever, but this is the dumbest freaking queen I've ever seen. Especially after the new AI where she's supposed to be better. Watch this. She starts shooting at the king, then she starts shooting at this wall. Now with the new AI, she should have walked over by the town hall and shot the king from there. But not only does she shoot through that wall, but then after she's done shooting through the wall, then she still does not shoot the king. Like, what the heck, man? Like, if you're gonna waste the time to shoot through the wall, at least, shoot the king after you're done with it, because that was your whole point of shooting through the wall. Like, her target never went away. So I don't understand why she stopped shooting through that wall, and I don't understand why she shot through the wall in the first place, because with the new AI, she should have walked over by the town hall and then shot the king from that location. So anyway, I just noticed that when I was watching this replay. Another night, I mean, this was just a basic lava Lunion. You can see he's got plenty of cleanup, got a few goblins down there. I mean, he's still got his queen up. She was doing work there in the core. So everything went really well. Nice job, Ace. Alright, we got Solon number 11. I'm guessing this is some kind of lava Lunion. Yes. Let's see what he does here. Probably bringing the shattered lava Lunion from this corner. I usually tell people, you can really only afford to bring one golem for each AD that you take down. But if you're a newer Town Hall 9 and on these lower leveled bases, you can go ahead and bring that second golem. That's not going to hurt anything there. Just simply because, you got, the level 6 AD, and then you got, level 1 Expos and everything else. So you really don't need all that tanking of that fourth, from that fourth hound. Now right here, one thing though, I would have gone ahead, he waits a while, because you want to get your loons in there while your golems and your king and everybody's still tanking. So he's a little bit slow getting everything kind of going in there. That's definitely something, you want to work on. You can see right there, that golem is down and that AD isn't even down yet. I mean, you should already be down, your second AD should be down right now. Yeah, this is another thing to think about there. You can see a lot of skellies pop there at the end. Whenever you have like a dragon or big troops in the CC, you can save that, save your poison spell. Because I noticed there at the beginning he had dragon in the CC, and I think a lot of the problem is, especially it's something new to a lot of us, and I do the same thing. I'm guilty of it as well. Is that you do it on instinct. Is that you just, no matter what comes out of the CC, you go ahead and drop the poison spell. So that's just a habit that we're going to have to try to break. A really nice job on that one, Soul. Bringing home the 3-star. Alright. Looks like we got Hose bringing it home. Hose has been stepping up lately. He's been doing really good. I love this group of wizards over here. This is a replay I'm thinking about, because they just do work. For those couple of wizards there, able to get out those defenses and create the funnel, really enabled the queen to get in here without. Look at the queen; she's just right up in the core straight away. Love that, love that. And I mean, of course, yeah, it cost them a couple wizards, but having your queen go straight to the core, and then look at this surgical. I mean, it's just perfect. Hogs all the way through. You still got a little golem over there tanking to the very end. You could have saved those hogs and dropped them on the other side for cleanup. But I mean, because it just went so well. Look at this. Queen still's got her ability. Still got his kill squad up. That was just a really nice raid. Really, really nice raid. Tell you what, when that guy gets max Town Hall 9, it's gonna be crazy. Crazy. Alright, we got TRex in here on 13. Let's see, got some hogs, got, looks like a Goho Wee Wee. I like the rage on the witches. It's always nice. Look at that. He was able to get that first set of big bombs there. Both sets of big bombs. That's what I'm talking about. You know, people try to set up their base for you to attack from one side. And then if you don't attack from that side, they're just screwed. You know, came in there, kill squad, got both sets of double big bombs. And he's got, you know, 3 heals for his hogs. Both heroes up. Giants still walking, everything. That just total. I mean, of course, that's an under-leveled base, you know, but he only has 10/10 heroes. You know, it's not like he's rolling in here with, you know, he's got level 3 golems. You know, it's not like he's coming in there, you know, level 1 witches even. So yeah, really nice job. You know, you have to adjust the base to whatever the troops that you have. You know, don't go attacking max bases with lower level troops. And that right there was perfect example of what someone can do even if you don't have max troops. You don't have to have max troops to pull off these awesome 3-stars. Like TRex and Money just showed you there. They just pulled off 2 awesome 3-stars. Really like those attacks. Watching those are probably my 2 favorite attacks this war. As always now, I've been trying to include at least 1 Town Hall 8. In this war, we only had 1 Town Hall 8, so it worked pretty perfect. Let's see. Did miss the Valk with the spring track on the first time he lured out. And then he drops the poison. It's going to take the health down of those loons a little bit. And just with like 3 wizards, he's able to get that king, or get those loons out of there. It's really important when you're setting up a base to make your CC more unlurable. I just can't really explain that enough. It comes in here with the surgical, and you know, he didn't know where the double big bomb was, but you know, he was able to pop it with minimal losses, and that's the whole point of surgical. Well, not the whole point, but you know, half of it anyway. So great job there. Still got his king up. He's got, you know, wizards for cleanup. Just a really great job. Like I've said before, whenever Reaper gets to Town Hall 9, he's gonna be a beast. Some of these lower guys that we got in our clan are doing really well. Really proud of them, stepping up, doing a great job in wars. And well, so that's it for that war. We've got another war coming up here. A little bit of a mismatch. We have all Town Hall 9s with 3 Town Hall 8s. They have a Town Hall 10 with 2 Town Hall 8s. So, you know, we'll kind of see what happens, but I'm looking at, you know, and it's still prep day, 4.5 hours left, so they still have time, I guess, if they want to change their bases. But everybody, I think, except for maybe like their number 1, and this, you know, I don't know how to explain this, but the Dragonflower isn't really an anti-3-star base. Just because the way their walls are set up, it doesn't give you enough freedom to get everything in an anti-3-star base that you want. So anyway, I mean, you can see, you know, you probably have, like, in between the archer towers and air defenses, you probably have 1 single air bomb. Teslas are pretty much a given in, like, these areas. Now, they could be, like, you could have couple Teslas loaded up over here by this gold storage or whatever, but there's not going to be any real surprises in this base. I mean, if I was attacking, I think I'd come in here from this mortar, and I almost reserved this base, and I was like, no, you know, let somebody with a little bit better handle it, because without knowing what's in the CC, you know, I got like 18 and 15 heroes, and so without knowing what's in the CC, you know, could hurt me. So I went ahead and passed on it. But I would just come in here from the mortar, you know, like 2 golems, come into the mortar, jump spell over this Tesla area, you know, poison rage, whatever, clear that area out, and then just drop hogs. Because if you come in from the corner, then you're going to eliminate the pathing to these big bomb areas. All you have to do is take out these 4 defenses, and you eliminate the pathing to the big bombs that are in between the archer tower and AD on both sides. So that means that really, so you can use a jump. So you can use a jump, a rage, and a poison right here, and then have a heal for these areas on the other side. So that'd pretty much be it. Pretty easy 3-star. Yeah, so I don't know. People are starting using Dragonflowers, thinking that they're anti 3-star bases, but they're really not. And you can see these are all just like general or anti-go everything or geometric or split wall, all variations. I don't even know what this is. A bunch of useless walls is what it looks like. Because the walls don't really do anything. I don't know. I mean, I see right here, like, I would just, make this easy on yourself. Just cold-blooded this. You can jump right there, get AD Queen, and maybe even an Expo. And then you just simply go counterclockwise, or go clockwise to try to avoid the sweepers. Yeah, so I don't know what people are doing. This just begging for Go Valo, like begging for Go Valo on that. I mean, a lot of these actually I would probably use, like, that's a Go Vaho right there, easy. Another Valkyrie base. Go Vaho, all day. We got like what is this? I don't remember what that one. Like the anti-everything base type thing or whatever. Probably do a shattered. And you do a shattered loon on that, or let's see, big bomb areas. Big bombs are most likely at the top. You could do like a stoned attack, probably coming in here from the top. Jump right there at the queen, get into the core to get the queen, and then just hog the bottom. Do something like that. Or you could do like a 2 golems and 2 witches. Might be a good idea too, because the golems aren't really maybe want to go into the core. They're probably going to want to split off. So 2 golems and 2 witches, because they'll get into the core. I don't know if it's really big enough an area that you want to bring Valks. But yeah, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here and wasting time. But anyway, that's kind of what we're facing here on our next war. And I don't know, I'm not too real pumped up about this war, because it looks like it's just gonna, it's not really, I don't think, gonna be much of a war. But we'll see. Sometimes people can surprise you, and they're Brazilian, so they gotta be pretty cool though. Anyway, this is Donkey Punch signing out. Peace.